matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Panther kicker Zane Gonzalez has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium. And a short kick taken at about the 16 and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up and see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Julio Jones, 55 yards. And the Vikings march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he's stopped at the 1-yard line. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
A 3-yard loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Mahomes now on first down. Throw left side, complete. That's Jackson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Mahomes firing complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Nothing to score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. 43. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. An inside give. Here's Portis. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And indeed, the flag is out. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Third and long. It's Newton. Looking downfield for Jones. To punt on 4th down. Back deep for the Panthers, DJ Moore. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run again with Jackson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind him for a touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start here with Jackson. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, here comes Jackson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, it's Craig. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, Newton. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this all the way up to their 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Hey, 43, 15.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached half. Well, no sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground, and he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From a yard out. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Newton. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you get 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Minnesota. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Newton. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Fielded right around the 8, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. In motion left goes Jones. Play action. It's Newton. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is now a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They run again with Jackson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. On the carry, it's Jackson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, and even 19 miles an hour. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they...
And now here's another interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now a give, it's Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Rolling to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin gets it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the ring.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.